right, ladies and gentlemen. So this was an amazing panel discussion that we all enjoyed. And now is the time to move further to the next session. Now, before we move to the next session, there's again one small story that I always, as I tell it every time, I just try to find this answer of what basically a mentor is. What are the qualities a mentor should have? And I again got a very beautiful story from Mahabharata that I would like to share with everyone. And then we will move to the next session. Now, the story is about a kingdom that was the kingdom of Matsya. Once what happened? The entire kingdom, all the men of the kingdom and the entire army went outside to get to fight some other war. And the kingdom was left with only three people, three categories of people. One, small children. Second, ladies. And third, one prince whose name was Prince Uttar. And Prince Uttar was a very energetic person. Now, seeing this as an opportunity that the kingdom was not having any army, the kingdom of Hastinapur told that why not we attack them and then we take over this entire kingdom. When they attacked, the Prince Uttar said that, hey, it's all right. Even if they attack, I am the prince. I will go and just fight with them. All I want is just a charioteer. Now, one person who was very weak told that, sir, I will be your charioteer. King Uttar was not very excited, but he had no other choice. So he said, okay, come along with me. When they went to the battlefield, suddenly King Uttar saw that there was a huge army. There were elephants, there were weapons, there were hundreds and thousands of people. And King Uttar was all alone. The prince got really feared and he said, I am running away. I can't do this. This is impossible. The charioteer told, sir, remain. You can do it. King Uttar still couldn't take it. He said, no, it's impossible for me. I'm going. The charioteer then looked in the eyes of Prince Uttar and told, listen, Prince Uttar, I am Arjun and I'm going to help you. Believe on me. And then they both fought the war. And the amazing thing is that they actually won it. When they won it, Arjun told Prince Uttar that Prince Uttar, today we won it together. But ensure one thing, that you will never ever tell this thing to anybody in your kingdom that I helped you or you ran away from the battlefield. Because you are going to be the king and I want that you keep your head held high. Now, this story might seem very small, but it has depth in it. Because when we try to understand that who a real mentor is, I believe a real mentor, number one, is as humans, we either overestimate ourselves or underestimate ourselves, like Prince Uttar did. But a mentor knows where we belong to, and they become a charioteer and tell that, come, I will take you there. When at point of time when we feel that no, it's impossible for me to move further, the mentor will hold your hand and say, I will lead you to the destination. And at the time when you win and the victory is yours, the mentor will say that I am there for you, but never take my name because my real victory is not in front of people. My real victory is in you. And I believe that is what we exactly spoke in the last session. And I'm sure that that's what we all believe a real mentor should be. A person who is selfless and the person who is ready to hold your hand. Ladies and gentlemen, now is the time to call upon stage our next speaker. He is a tech entrepreneur. He's the managing director of Kolkata Venture, a four-time TEDx speaker, an investor, and a TV host. Now, I found out a very, very interesting thing about him that really enticed me. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know the next speaker who's going to come is the great, great grandson of Sarojini Naidu? I was really enticed listening that. And number three, I was listening to one of his interviews and it really touched my heart. Somebody asked him that what, according to you, makes you so successful? And he told, I believe what really makes me successful is my mindset. And what makes my mindset is the beautiful spiritual book of Bhagavad Gita that I read. And every video of his that I have seen really motivates me to read that book even and even more and to understand the beauty of life. Ladies and gentlemen, with this, please welcome on stage with a huge round of applause our next speaker. Awelo Roy with a huge, huge, huge round of applause, sir. Welcome on the stage. The stage is yours. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you so much. You're such a wonderful host. And as our host very beautifully mentioned, a story from a historic reference. from the Mahabharata about Arjun and King Uttar. Uh, so it's really interesting. I'll continue that story forward because 4 months after that, after Agyatavas was over, the same Arjun was on the battlefield of Kurukshetra and he was facing the same army that they defeated, the Hastinapur army of the Kauravas. And in the Bhagavad Gita, he starts by saying, "My dear Arjun, my Gandiva is falling, my hand is shaking, my throat is parched, I cannot fight this war. I want to run away to the Himalayas. I want to escape." And at that point, just like Arjun was a charioteer for King Uttar, in this time, Krishna was a charioteer for Arjun, and he became the mentor, teacher, etc. for Arjun. But it's interesting, chapter 1, the Bhagavad Gita starts by Arjun telling Krishna, "Sena Rubhe Badhe Ratham Sapit Achyuta," which means in the middle of the two senas, two armies, "My dear Achyuta, my friend, bring the chariot." He orders Krishna to bring the chariot in the middle of the two armies so I can see who I'm fighting with. And then when Krishna does that, he sees his brothers, his grandfathers, his teachers on the other side. Arjun is like, "I'm too scared. I don't want to fight them. I've grown up. They have taught me how to fight. How can I kill them? I'm going to rather run away than enjoy the kingdom." And the whole Bhagavad Gita ensues. But Krishna does not speak till chapter 2, text 11. What happens? When Arjun surrenders and says, he gives reasons why not to fight, Krishna is smiling. Right? After that, Arjun says, "My Gandiva is falling, my throat is parched, everything." He says, "My dear friend, I don't want you to be my friend anymore. I want you to be my teacher. I want you to be my mentor. Please instruct me what is best for me." And that is required. That humility is required. I have been a startup entrepreneur all my life since the age of 19. When I was studying at the Illinois Institute of Technology in the US. And I have seen many entrepreneurs who are college entrepreneurs, right? And one of the biggest mistakes that a lot of us do at a young age is arrogance, right? We think we know a lot. We have a website, we print our business cards, CEO, co-founder, and we think that's good enough. And at a young age, due to immaturity, we think we are achieved something great, which is not true. So she wonderfully mentioned about the success story, but my thing was that I had amazing mentors who are millionaires and billionaires. And my mantra was, "I don't know, I want to know." At any given point, I was building a business in America, and you can imagine, I'm a student. There was no visa, still no visa for entrepreneurs. There is, money was really terrible at the time because 2009, the economy was in recession, just like now. 10% unemployment, nobody was investing, right? So every stage, how to incorporate, what category to incorporate under, how to get the team together. I had no idea as a 19-year-old. And every stage I found a mentor. All I said to myself, "I don't know, I want to know." And as soon as I want to know, there was 10 people with answers ready to tell me. And I was listening, and I carefully listened, took the guidance, and went. So my congratulations to MentorKart for doing the wonderful opportunity that they've opened up for our new generation of entrepreneurs and professionals of India. I think they're going to really, people are going to benefit from MentorKart. So let me start with, since I've been told, talk about entrepreneurship and opportunity for the future. Let me start with a quote. So this was a little gift I received when I was, so President Obama, when he came into power in 2008, he started Startup America. And in Startup America, people like me who were entrepreneurs at the time, we were told to go to high schools and colleges and push people to become job creators, because 10% unemployment, people were looking for jobs rather than job seekers become job creators. And one of the plaques I was gifted, it says, I still have it. It says, "Entrepreneur cannot spell it, be one and hire someone who can." Entrepreneur cannot spell it, be one and hire someone who can. And I think that most beautifully describes the definition of entrepreneur. You don't have to be an expert at everything. You don't have to be, old, wise, rich. None of those things matter. You have to have the ability to get people who are smarter than you to come together on a vision that you have created and with complementary skills, skills that you have, they don't have, and skills that they have, you don't have. Together, you solve a problem that people are willing to pay for, right? A problem that is so dire that people are willing to pay for a solution that is not perfect, like transportation, healthcare, communication, right? Uh, Mentorship that you guys are wonderfully doing. So when you solve a problem that is dire, people are not looking for the perfect answer. If that was the case, then none of the phones would be having so many iterations, right? Every phone is better than the previous version of the phone. So there's always room for improvement. But that doesn't mean you get lost in analysis paralysis, and you get lost and you start researching and just stay in research for 3 years. The point is get to market as soon as possible with a minimum viable product. Now, why entrepreneurship of the future? The topic is relevant because today, standing in COVID-19, now we have always had issues and problems. But what COVID-19 has been is a blessing in disguise. Why? Because it has forced, the lockdowns have forced us to be in house and be digital. To survive, we have been forced to be digital, including myself. I was never the guy who would do webinars like these, right? People would have to pay for my 5-star hotel, my airfare, and everything else, and I would fly to one place and speak and come back because I'm a personal person. I like to shake hands, have dinner together, meet people, and all of that. But due to the COVID-19, I realized, my God, I can be in multiple cities in the same day doing 3 webinars, not have to jump on a flight, not have to hurt my health, and I can reach a lot more people. Yeah, the meaningful relationships are not created. I can say that because no dinner, no deep conversations. But still, this is the best of a bad bargain, and that's great. So not only this, there's digital courses, there's digital economy, there's a gig economy. So it's pushing the whole digital India forward in an expedited way. And as you can see, Jio taking the lead with that. They've gotten almost, I don't know, $15 billion in a matter of 3 months, and their stocks have skyrocketed like crazy. Practically every big company is investing in Jio because digital economy is going to be led by Reliance, right? And that's a done deal. Every tier 2, tier 3 city, if people have internet, it's because of Jio. So the point I'm going to get across is the opportunity is huge because in those tier 2, tier 3 cities, there is tremendous amount of money that is there. And they don't know how to spend it because there is no nightclubs, there is no bowling alleys, there is no entertainment places, hardly any. And they're looking to spend. So one of the regional directors of Pantaloons was chatting with me a few months ago before COVID-19. And he said, Mr. Roy, in Calcutta, we have multiple Pantaloons. And we were opening a Pantaloon in a suburbs, in a village. And we didn't expect much happening from that Pantaloon store. But turns out that one store makes more money than all the stores in Calcutta. It's like, how so? And he said, all those guys want to be like urban folks. And they have so much money, they have nowhere to spend besides movie theaters. And here is Pantaloons. They come, they fashion, they go on TikTok, they go on Instagram, and they show off. And that's what their money is spent on. I was like, wow, that's really amazing. And then one after another, startups focusing on tier 2, tier 3 cities, on startups, I have seen that they're doing extremely well because that's untapped market, especially if you do it in vernacular languages, Marathi, Marwari, Bengali, Tamil, Telugu. If you do it in those languages, really the opportunity is massive. And again, to give you an example, I've lived in the US since my teenage years. I came back to India in 2016, started Kolkata Ventures. And my primary language was English because that's the language I have grown up with. My Bengali was okay, my Hindi was terrible. So the joke. And I tell you, many of you are in Rajasthan. And one of my earlier speaking engagements was in Rajasthan. And when I reached there, it was supposed to be an 8-hour crash course on entrepreneurship. And I started speaking in English. And at that time, my US accent was very strong. And I saw the faces in the room. They just went blank and they went like, what is this guy talking about? And I looked at the hosts and they said, sir, can you speak in Hindi? Nobody's getting it. And I realized how much of a need Hindi was for me to learn. I did speak for 8 hours, very strugglingly I spoke. And thereafter, I made it a point that I need to learn Hindi and Bengali. And I tell you, my Josh Talks in regional languages got far more visibility than my TED Talks. She talked about 4 TED Talks, but my Josh Talks got so much more. My local regional language, anything I do, gets more visibility from India, Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, and other places also, other countries, than my English. So it's very, very important that we get proud of our country's heritage, our own language. English is not something, back in the days when I was growing up, English was the language to be proud of. That was a language to speak. That was the language of the elite, the rich, right? If you don't go to English medium school, you cannot speak English and people look down upon you. And that's not the case anymore. Just to give you a little example, I was in Delhi, Premium College in Delhi, about to give a keynote, and the guy next to me, generally where I go, people take selfies with me. But in this case, people were taking selfies with this guy next to me. And I was like, who is he? And he looked like somebody who's a rickshawala. Basically, he looked like that. I said, what do you do? Why are people taking selfies with you? He said, English समझ में नहीं आती है मुझे. क्या बोल रहे हैं आप? I said, आप करते क्या है? And he said, मैं रिक्शा वाला था. अभी बिजनेस क्लास में घूमता हूँ because मेरा एक YouTube चैनल है जिसका नाम है सड़क छाप. I said, wow, क्या मेरे पास लाखों के फॉलोअर्स है और इसीलिए मुझे ब्रांडिंग मिलता है, पैसे मिलते हैं, मैं लाखों बनाता हूँ हर महीना because of my following. I was like, wow. So that is a true democratization of talent. It's no more, today we're talking about nepotism and Karan Johar and all of that stuff. But honestly, these, TikTok is no more. But the YouTubes of the world, the TikToks of the world, the Instagrams of the world has make it a level playing field where there's Hrithik Roshan with his followers, there's Amitabh Bachchan with his followers, and then there is some Tom, Dick, and Harry who nobody knew before has his followers. And those are real followers, and they are willing to buy the things you endorse. They're willing to treat you like a celebrity, right? So that is a true democratization with the help of digital technology, where people are able to make money with their talent. And that's where the future of entrepreneurship looks like. It's not going to be so much about jobs. It's going to be about gig economies, where you can be sitting in Goa, enjoying the breeze of the ocean and working on your computer when you want, and when you don't want, you don't have to work for it. You earn to the extent you want to earn your money, and you don't earn when you don't want to. That's okay. And that's where the digital technology is going. You don't have to earn in rupees. You can earn in dollars. You can earn in whatever currency you want. You can be anywhere you want. It's not just work from home, but work from anywhere you want. And that's where entrepreneurship is going. 14-year-olds, 16-year-olds are making money sitting at home, right? With drop shipping, with cloud kitchens. I mean, these are terms that you can Google and find out. They're very easy to do. Your simple kitchen at home, you can just get it FSSAI approved. Most states allow your home kitchen to be FSSAI approved. And then with the help of Swiggy, Zomato, or even WhatsApp groups, you can start selling your food to your college, to your office colleagues, to whichever community you want to, and then grow with the help of Swiggy and Zomato and data-driven growth, right? You don't even have to have anything. Just maa ka haath ka khana available like that. Within 10 days, you can have your own cloud kitchen. You can consult if you have been working for the last 20 years and you have great in-depth experience in your domain. Become a consultant, and you can have clients from all over the world again, right? Build up your personal brand on LinkedIn. B2B customers are hiding in LinkedIn. B2C customers are on Instagram and Facebook. So it's become easier. You don't have to know coding anymore. There's WordPress, there's Wix. You can just drag and drop and create your first website. You can drag and drop and build your app also. There are opportunities to do that, which I'm sure MentorKart will have mentors for each one of them, right? To guide you through that. The point I'm trying to get at is you don't have to take somebody's permission to get a vacation anymore. You don't have to take somebody's permission to have your next child. You can be your own boss, starting with zero money and zero coding, right? And of course, there's people like me available. If there's any way I can personally help you, I will be happy to. You can find me. I'm the only person with that name in this world, Avello Roy, right? Find me on LinkedIn, find me on Instagram. I have a gift for you all on my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Avello Roy. There are more than 200 videos because I cannot reach so many people on my own. My videos reach where I cannot reach. So watch those videos on entrepreneurship, how to start with zero money, how to build a product that people want to buy, how to get over the fear of failure, how to speak and pitch to investors, what kind of investors to reach out to, all right? How to launch your product, your go-to-market strategy, marketing, sales. I have covered everything in 200 plus videos. These are things I have learned from my experience, from my mentors, things that have worked for me, has worked for 412 plus revenue generating startups of Kolkata Ventures. So it's proven by hundreds of startups that we have incubated at Kolkata Ventures. And that's what I've given as a gift to you. So go utilize that gift. These are 1 or 2 minute videos. Spirituality, you can learn chapter by chapter summary, you can learn concepts of Bhagavad Gita and how to apply them in your corporate life, in your personal life, as well as business life. So all those resources are available. I am available. Mentor Cart is available with so many mentors. Entrepreneurship is the future. Being your boss is the future. And technology is here to enable you. So you don't need money to start. Trust me when I say it. There's free, organic opportunities available, right? Through hashtag research, you can get so much visibility on Instagram. Through hashtag research, again, you can get visibility on LinkedIn. And there are serious people available who are watching you, who will watch you. Be consistent, right? Educate, give before asking. That is the mantra that I follow. As a mentor, as an entrepreneur, I always follow the mantra of give. Whereas many people who reach out to me are all about take. And I don't respond very well to take, because that's not my mantra. That's not my style. So I'll end it here. Again, my name is Avelo Roy. I'm here on behalf of Mentor Cart as well as Kolkata Ventures to be of service to you. If you have any questions, if our moderator decides, I can take some questions and I'll end it here. Thank you very much. Jai Hind.
Right, great, sir. I must say that it was so electrifying and had a high emotional question that I really loved listening to each and every part that you were speaking. And as you mentioned about your YouTube channel as well, the same I follow, and I really loved how beautifully you have curated the sessions on Bhagavad Gita and all the startups. So I would really want everyone to join it. One last thing that, as sir also told, anybody is having any question, we would request you to put it in the question box, and sir would love to answer them. But please ensure you're not putting it in the chat box. Please put it in the question box, and we can definitely take 1 or 2 questions. And because I'm sure, sir, the questions are going to flood in as soon as we open it for the people. So I think seems like there's some internet issue or something. Okay, so I think that the questions might be coming, but we are unable to see them.
We will take it up. Yeah, some question has come. Maybe you can take 1 or 2.
Yeah. Now the questions. Now I can see the questions. Yeah. So we have Shubham Agarwal asking the question. Thank you so much, Avelo sir. There's a quick question. Can you give an example of as to how to start from zero capital? Okay.
Certainly. So first of all, start with market or self-assessment. Start with yourself. Write down 2 things, 2 skills you have. Write down 2 things you're passionate about. The passion turns into the market that you go after. Do some market research to find a problem. Once you find a problem that you can address with your skills, like find a solution with your skills, figure out what skills you don't have. So then the next step is find a team, right? People who have skills that you don't have. So you might know marketing, you might need technical skills, or you might be technical, you might need marketing skills, right? Or sales, or whatever else, right? So you build a team of 2 or 3 co-founders, and then together you start building, testing, learning with the solution. How do you do it? I'll give you the example of Zappos. Zappos was the largest shoe e-commerce platform, and this gentleman, he started like this. He went to a shoe store. He asked the owner of the shoe store, "Can I take pictures of your shoes?" He said, "Why?" He said, "I'm building an online website where I'll put these pictures of shoes, and if I can sell them, I will buy from your shoe store and I will sell them at the selling price that you have." He said, "Okay, more sales for me. Go ahead, take pictures." He took pictures. He went home, built a WordPress site in 2 hours. He uploaded those pictures on his Shopify e-commerce platform, which is all free, by the way, right? To try. Then next thing, in a matter of few hours, he started doing Facebook ads. He sold his first shoe. He shut down the WordPress site. He went to the shoe store, bought the shoe, shipped the shoe, and told the owner, "I proved that I can sell shoes online." He built a $5 billion business called Zappos that Amazon later on bought for billions of dollars. But it started with a simple $0, took pictures, built a WordPress site, put it out there, did some Facebook targeted, testing, and he was able to prove that people are willing to buy shoes online. Then he went all out and put in a lot of resources into building a wonderful e-commerce platform. So that's how you start from zero money. You can test it out, and if there's demand, then you go all out with it and build the best platform, best software as a service, whatever you're building in the best possible way. Does it make sense?
A lot. I must say, I'm sure that all those people who are asking the questions, you can also write in the chat section, because that's how I and Avilo sir can come to know about your perspective and whether you want to know more. Actually, Avilo sir, people are putting a lot of questions, but it's very difficult because of the internet issue. Continuously the questions are coming. I can see a lot of people addressing you that, sir, I was searching you for the past 10 years and thank you for the mentor talk that I could find you. You have great following here, sir. So definitely we can address the questions. Once we get it, we can definitely get to you. But for now, it's difficult for me to track the questions here. So
Okay, so I think so we can send later
yes,
responses. We follow more panels.
yeah.
Thank you, Mr. Avilo, for accepting our invite and coming here. And sorry for we were running a little late, but thank you very much for your time. I think so. People really wanted to hear you. I see a lot of WhatsApp message coming to me for you, so that's interesting. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I'm very grateful for the opportunity. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir.